Okay, let's talk about that feeling. That genuine sense of dread when your phone starts ringing out of nowhere. You know what I'm talking about. It's more than just a weird quirk. Turns out there's some fascinating psychology behind why so many of us absolutely hate phone calls. Right? Your phone lights up, you see that incoming call, and this wave of anxiety just washes over you. You find yourself just staring at the screen, literally praying it goes to voicemail so you can text back like, hey, just saw this, what's up? If that sounds like you, then you are definitely in the right place. For a lot of us, that gut reaction, that dread, it turns into some pretty harsh self-criticism almost immediately. Our inner monologue kicks in and it is rarely a kind voice.
We start asking ourselves all these questions, right? Why can't I just pick up the phone? What is wrong with me? Am I a bad friend? Am I just antisocial? We start to believe that this aversion is some kind of fundamental flaw in our character. But what if it's not a flaw at all?
This is really the heart of it. The myth, the story we tell ourselves is that we're failing socially. But the reality? It's much more scientific. Your brain isn't being rude. It's struggling to manage an incredibly heavy cognitive load. So let's break down what that actually means.
And that brings us to this key concept, the cognitive burden. This is the real reason a seemingly simple phone call can feel just as draining as, running a marathon. Think about it. When you're talking to someone face-to-face, your brain is like this supercomputer. It's constantly processing a massive amount of visual data to understand the full context of what's actually being said. I mean, in person, you're reading everything. Their facial expressions, their body language, the little hand gestures they make, all these nonverbal cues give us the full picture. And our brain decodes it almost instantly. It's effortless. And then you get on a phone call, and all of that data is just gone. It's stripped away. Suddenly, your brain is forced to operate in this information vacuum. All those shortcuts it normally uses to interpret meaning, they've completely vanished. This is what psychologists call cognitive load. Your brain has to work overtime, trying to decode every little pause, every tiny shift in tone, every single word choice, because it has nothing else to go on. A casual chat turns into this intense mental chess match, and that is profoundly exhausting.
But that cognitive load? That's only part of the story. The problem actually gets a lot deeper when we look at the pressure to perform, and how phone calls can feel like they're invading our personal space. So, there's this thing in psychology called impression management. It's basically the subtle work we all do to control how other people see us. In person, it's pretty natural. But on a phone call, without any visual feedback, that effort gets cranked up to 11.
And this whole process is a massive energy drain. See, since you can't see how they're reacting, you start to overcompensate. You might find yourself laughing a little too loudly or forcing a ton of enthusiasm into your voice just to prove you're engaged. You're basically running a sophisticated PR campaign for yourself in real time. And the result? You hang up feeling totally and completely wiped out.
And then there's the whole issue of personal boundaries. A text message, it's patient. It respects your time. It waits for you to have the mental space to engage with it. But a phone call? A phone call is an immediate, non-negotiable demand for your full attention right now. No questions asked.
Psychologically, this isn't just a simple interruption. It's a boundary violation. It feels like a threat to our fundamental sense of control over our own time and our environment. And that's why an unexpected call can literally trigger your brain's threat detection system, putting you into a low-grade state of fight or flight. Oh, and we have to talk about the silence. In a face-to-face chat, a comfortable silence can be nice, right? Meaningful, even. But on a phone call, it is terrifying. Your brain just rushes to fill that void, instantly wondering, did I say something weird? Are they mad at me? Did the call drop? A tiny 3-second pause can feel like a full-blown social emergency.
So if all of this is sounding painfully familiar, let's just spend a moment here reframing this whole experience. Because this isn't about you being broken or flawed. It's actually about you being incredibly self-aware.
Let's be crystal clear about this. Hating phone calls does not make you a cold person. And it definitely doesn't mean you're trying to avoid connection or run from life. In fact, most of the time, it means the exact opposite.
What this aversion really signals is that you're just done with shallow, high-pressure performances. It means you crave deeper, more authentic connections. It means your sense of peace is deeply tied to your personal environment, and an unexpected call feels like a genuine disruption to your well-being.
So, the next time your phone rings and you feel that familiar anxiety creeping in, just remember this. Letting it go to voicemail isn't selfish. Protecting your mental energy, your focus, and your personal sanctuary, that's just an act of self-awareness.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. maybe you're not failing at using the phone at all. Maybe, just maybe, you're successfully opting out of a communication system that was never really built for people who think deeply, feel deeply, and truly value their own peace. What do you think?